2 million years ago, East African savanna. The kudu's tongue hangs from its mouth, pink and swollen. Its legs tremble. Foam drips from its muzzle as it staggers into the shade of an acacia tree, chest heaving like a broken bellows. The animal's eyes roll back. Its core temperature has climbed past 107 degrees. It's cooking from the inside. 200 paces behind, two figures emerge from the heat shimmer, not running, not even hurrying, just moving forward with the mechanical rhythm of a heartbeat. These are Homo erectus, naked skin glistening with sweat, bodies designed like living radiators. They've been following this kudu for 5 hours. They will follow it for 5 more if necessary. The kudu tries to rise. Its legs buckle. It collapses back into the dust, sides heaving, unable to cool itself through its fur coat. The two hunters approach slowly, almost gently. One carries a simple wooden stave, fire-hardened, at the tip. He kneels beside the dying animal and drives the point through its ribs, finding the heart with practiced precision. This is death by endurance, death by refusing to stop, death by biology itself. Technique number 1, persistence hunting, the weapon of heat. The younger hunter, barely 20 seasons old, looks at his elder with something like awe. 5 hours, he breathes, his own legs shaking with exhaustion. The elder hunter doesn't smile. Our grandfather once ran for 8. The animal matters less than the will. He begins the butchering, working fast. Vultures are already circling, and where vultures gather, hyenas follow. But this technique, persistence hunting, has just proven something revolutionary. Humans don't need to be faster than their prey. They don't need claws or fangs. They need only to keep moving while the sun becomes their ally, turning fur into a death sentence and endurance into the most lethal weapon on the savanna. As they load meat onto their shoulders, a sound freezes them both, a low cough from the tall grass. Then another, lions, a pride of 6, drawn by the scent of fresh blood, emerging from the golden grass like shadows given form. The humans back away slowly, but they know the truth. They can't outrun lions, not over short distances. The elder's hand moves to his waist, where a longer, heavier weapon hangs from a leather strap. 500,000 years ago, European forest, the morning mist. The world has shifted north and forward in time. The forest here is thick, dark, and filled with giants. A group of 8 Homo heidelbergensis move through the morning fog like a military unit, their footfalls synchronized, their breathing controlled. They are shorter and broader than modern humans, with bone structure built for raw power. Their leader, a scarred veteran named Gror, raises his fist. The group stops instantly. Ahead, through the mist, a shape moves. Massive. A giant deer, its antlers spanning 3 meters, trapped in a muddy creek bed where it came to drink. Its hooves sink deep into the clay with each step. It knows it's vulnerable. It knows predators hunt here. It doesn't know that predators have learned to think. Technique number 2, the thrusting spear, courage at close range. Gror's spear is nothing like the light-throwing weapons that will come later. It's thick as a man's wrist, carved from dense spruce heartwood, tipped with hand-knapped flint, lashed tight with sinew. It weighs as much as a newborn, and it's designed for one purpose: to be driven with 2 hands and full body weight into vital organs at arm's length. The hunters spread into a semicircle, cutting off escape routes. The deer sees them and panics, lunging forward, but the mud holds its legs like quicksand. Gror moves first, closing the distance in 3 powerful strides. The deer swings its massive antlers. One blow could disembowel a human, but Gror ducks beneath and drives his spear upward into the ribcage with a grunt of effort. 2 other hunters strike simultaneously from different angles, their spears punching through hide and muscle. The deer screams, a sound like tearing metal, and collapses into the creek. Red spreads through the brown water. This is hunting as close combat as hand-to-hand warfare. It requires courage that borders on madness. to stand within striking range of an animal that could kill you with a single movement. But Groar's people have no choice. They haven't yet learned to kill from distance. As they begin butchering in the creek, Groar notices something that makes his blood chill. Fresh tracks in the mud, not deer tracks, cave bear tracks. Enormous, and they're circling their position. 300,000 years ago, open plains of Eurasia, the wind changes. The wild horses graze peacefully, unaware they're being watched by eyes that have learned something new. A Neanderthal hunter named Kresh crouches in the grass, weighing a weapon in his hand. It's longer and lighter than Groar's thrusting spear, carved from spruce heartwood, perfectly balanced, shaped after years of experimentation. This is a javelin, and Kresh can throw it. 15 meters separate hunter from prey, a distance that would have been impossible for Groar's people. But Kresh and his 5 companions have spent their entire lives practicing this skill. They stand as one, javelins raised. The lead horse's ears twitch. It senses something wrong. Technique number 3, the javelin, distance as salvation. Kresh releases first. The javelin flies in a flat arc, rotating slightly for stability, and strikes the lead mare in the hindquarter. The horse screams and bolts, but the wound is deep. The flint tip has severed tendons. 5 more javelins follow, launched in coordinated succession. 3 find targets. The wounded horses can't run at full speed. They can't escape. And most importantly, the hunters never entered the danger zone. They killed from a distance that keeps them safe from hooves and teeth. This is the birth of ranged combat. The moment humans realized they could project death through the air itself, turning empty space into a weapon. The horses that aren't wounded scatter across the plains, but the 3 that are hit can only limp away. The hunters follow patiently, and within an hour, all 3 have collapsed from blood loss. As Kresh approaches his kill, he sees something that makes him crouch low. Smoke on the horizon. Not cooking smoke, the dark, thick smoke of a wildfire, and the wind is pushing it directly toward them. They have minutes to butcher and retreat, or they'll burn with their prey. 200,000 years ago, African savanna, the engineering mind. The buffalo herd moves along the same path they've used for generations, from the highlands where they graze to the water hole where they drink. Routine is survival for herd animals. Predictability means safety in numbers. But a woman named Zara has been watching this herd for 3 weeks, and she's discovered that routine can also mean death. For 7 days, her clan has worked on something unprecedented. Using digging sticks and their hands, they've excavated a pit along the buffalo's regular path, 3 meters deep, 2 meters wide. At the bottom, sharpened stakes point upward at 45-degree angles, fire hardened to the consistency of bone. Technique number 4, the ambush pit, gravity as executioner. The pit is covered with branches, then grass, then dust. It's invisible, perfect, and Zara doesn't need to be anywhere near it for the trap to work. The buffalo herd approaches at dawn, massive bulls leading, cows and younger animals following. The lead bull is cautious. He's survived 15 seasons by being paranoid. He tests the ground with each step, sniffing, listening for threats. His hoof comes down on what appears to be solid earth. The branches crack, the ground gives way. The bull's bellow of surprise becomes a scream of agony as he plunges onto the stakes, his own weight driving them through his body. The herd panics and scatters, but the damage is done. One animal, 600 pounds of meat, has killed itself, while the hunters watched from 50 meters away. This is hunting as engineering, as physics, as the understanding that you don't need to fight if you can make the world fight for you. Zara's people approach carefully. Even dying, a buffalo can kill with its horns, but this one won't threaten anyone. The stakes have pierced both lungs and the heart. As they prepare to extract the carcass, a sound cuts through the morning air, a territorial roar that seems to shake the earth itself. From the tree line, a pride of lions emerges. Not just any lions, but the massive cave lions of the Pleistocene, half again as large as their modern descendants. and they've decided this kill belongs to them. 90,000 years ago, Middle Eastern mountains, the precision strike. The ibex stands on a rocky outcrop, completely still, scanning for predators with the paranoid attention of an animal that knows its prey. Its vision is excellent, its hearing is better. Its instincts have kept it alive for 6 seasons in mountains where one wrong step means death. But 60 meters away, hidden in a crevice between boulders, a hunter named Dakin holds a weapon the ibex has never encountered. It's shorter than the javelins Kresh's people used, barely longer than Dakan's arm, but the tip is different. Instead of fire-hardened wood, it's flint, napped to a razor edge, shaped into a leaf blade design that cuts through air and flesh with minimal resistance. Technique number 5, the stone-tipped throwing spear, surgical precision. The tip is attached with tree resin mixed with ground ochre, then wrapped tightly with strips of animal sinew that shrink as they dry, creating a bond stronger than the wood itself. This spear weighs half what earlier javelins weighed, but it's twice as lethal. Dakan rises slowly from cover, judges the wind, calculates the distance. The ibex hasn't seen him yet. Its eyes are designed to detect movement, and Dakan moves like stone. He takes 3 running steps for momentum and releases. The spear arcs through the thin mountain air, spinning precisely around its center of gravity. It covers 60 meters in less than 3 seconds and strikes the ibex behind the shoulder. The stone point doesn't just puncture, it slices, creating a wound channel that bleeds catastrophically. The ibex leaps, runs 20 paces, and collapses, its lungs flooding with blood. This technology, stone points, has just made small game viable. The precision and penetration power mean hunters can now target deer, gazelle, mountain goats, animals too fast and agile for the heavy thrusting spears, too alert for pit traps. The hunting territory has expanded to include the entire ecosystem. As Dakin climbs down to retrieve his kill, he doesn't realize that he's holding the future in his hands. The stone-tipped spear represents a turning point, the moment when human ingenuity began to outpace natural evolution itself. From the relentless endurance of Homo erectus to Gror's raw courage with thrusting spears, from Kresh's javelins extending deadly reach, through Zara's engineered pit traps to Dakan's precision stone points. These 5 techniques built upon each other like steps on a ladder. Each generation stood on the shoulders of those who came before, taking what worked and making it better, deadlier, more effective. But this is only half the story. What comes next will make these innovations look primitive. Weapons that kill in complete silence, tools that multiply human strength tenfold, traps that hunt while you sleep, techniques so devastating they'll drive the largest animals on Earth to extinction. You've just witnessed the first 5 prehistoric hunting techniques that transformed vulnerable primates into dangerous predators. But the story doesn't end here. It gets even more incredible. Hit that subscribe button and smash the notification bell right now because part 2 drops soon, and you do not want to miss what happens when humans discover leverage, automation, and force multiplication. Would you have the courage to thrust a spear into a charging giant deer? Share this video with someone who loves survival stories, evolution, or understanding where human dominance truly began. Tag them with "Part 2 is going to blow your mind." The next 5 techniques are even more revolutionary, even more lethal, even more proof that human ingenuity is the most dangerous weapon nature has ever created. Part 2 is coming. The hunt continues. And trust me, you haven't seen anything yet. Until then, remember, you carry the blood of survivors who refuse to be prey. Act like it.